Good morning, John Augustine, back again. I mentioned there before we started the year 2013. It's 2014. One year you get things wrong at times. Now, um, events on the 25th of September to the 25th of January to the 29th of January 2014. 4 days. 25, 26, 27, 28, 20. 5 days. That your pipe and smoking. What's this happened? In Ballymount. Where's Ballymount when it's at home? We'll get you where it is. It's in Dublin, an industrial estate. What happened there? Let's have a gawk. There was a large fire in a recycling plant, and it took 25 foremen and God knows what to try and put out the blaze. Must have been a queer blaze. And then another blaze broke out in a carpet factory near it. So they were put to the pin of their collar to try and deal with that. 5 days. Can you imagine the smoke? This recycling plant. So they considered that it was malicious. The whole thing was malicious. So the Gardaí and all those in charge of that kind of thing started investigating. But now they don't give us anything to do about their investigation. And they have closed circuit televisions in a lot of them places around, even at that time. Cameras. So they surely must have picked up something. Or surely somebody was marching around and saw something. Or they're all asleep. 5 days, that was a queer fire, wasn't it? Wouldn't need to be stuck up there. There'd be a foreman having to deal with that. Of course, they'd have masks or some kind of things to stop them being overcome with that kind of smoke from an industrial complex, from a recycling complex. Very peculiar. And then on the 30th of January, Irish dancers, young ones, under 10. What was going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The band makeup and all this sort of stuff that these young ones was being put on them. I don't know, it's not a dread. And they didn't mind then, apparently. And it was fake tans. They didn't mind fake tans on their legs or something. What's this? Yeah, it's all right on their legs. It's never all right anywhere. God made you the way He did. He didn't give you fake tans when you come into the world. So this is all the old sort of, whatever they're at. Under 10. The band makeup. No point of putting makeup on under 10-year-olds and them dancing about the place. I don't ever remember that when I was young. We used to have what they call fish gyols. And all the ones singing and all the rest of it. John McCormick won one of them. And he went on to great things. And who come second? James Joyce in the tenor section. So when he started yowling, it must have been pretty sweet. Especially having a couple of drinks, he'd probably start singing when he was in Paris. No, the local yokels would be sort of sitting up and saying, you might pass a hat. Get a few quid. Because he was a tenor. I tried to do a bit of singing in the evening hymns, and I think the word tenor doesn't crop into people's minds. No. Now, so after the business at the dancers, what's the next thing? storms. There was certainly an awful lot of storms. On the 31st, New Year's Eve, no point you going out celebrating it. Gales of 120 kilometres an hour, blow the head off you, and maybe knock you down if you're weak on the pins or the legs, Sometimes we call it the pins. So it's storm. And what did they call it? But after celebrating St. Bridget's Day, celebrated all over the world now and celebrated in the Vatican, in the Pontifical Irish College there, established over 400 years ago when we weren't allowed to practice our Catholic faith in this country because of the British, the persecutions, churches destroyed and all the rest of it. So that's what they were then. There was also in Louvain and these places, and in Salamanca in Spain. There was an Irish college there. Yes, so really. And so they had singing and all, and it was on EWTN remarking on the lovely, and the fella called Colin Flynn. He works on the EWTN. I think he's based in the Vatican, and he often travels around. He's very good because he always gives a good flavour, and there were some lovely singers and a good crowd at it. And if I was in Rome, I'd be sticking my snout into it too, just to hear all that. It's good to see a celebration like that in regard to the sort of spiritual end of it. St. Bridget, she's nearly a patron saint. She did such great work. Sort of in the 500 something or another, not long after St. Patrick established the Catholic faith. Oh yes. So they called the storm Bridget. Well, should they keep their snout out of that? Call it something else. Leave Bridget alone. I don't know what they call it that for. And a whole heap of damage, and of course electricity. Good night. No light at night time, get light during the day. So hope they had candles and what these oil lamps that we used to have, and they used to have other sort of lamps that you'd have on a trap, tilly lamps. Oh, you've one. I forgot about it. I lit candles there when we had a blackout there last Saturday. Lucky enough, I found my torch. Mind you, I had to stray around, and where the door is, I was looking for. I mean, I've opened that, so I had to light me. Lucky enough, I had a light in my pocket, lit it to see what the hand was. So I got my torch. Now I have a couple of torches, but this is one I have in the kitchen. So once I had that, I was able to open the drawer where the candles are and light a couple in the hall and a couple here and around about. Now it reminded me of the olden times when electricity was a scarce commodity in a lot of parts of the country, and people had oil lamps and tilly lamps and candles. Some of you wouldn't remember that, but some of you might have had blackouts wherever you happen to be. And then especially in the winter, you'd be frizz, and you'd have to have something, maybe a little generator. I wonder often is there generators for households that you can have some kind of power. I know some supermarkets have them, so that when they start, they're able to sort of have things working in some way. There we are, so we'll leave it at that. I think we have enough there between storms and dancers and yes, and fires. There was a few funny things happened that time, wasn't there? The Irish dancers then had to stop using makeup at under 10, and they shouldn't be even having this business of fake things on their legs. What's wrong with them? I think it's awful. You'd lose respect for that kind of carry on. I used to love the Irish dancing, Cayley music, digging about. But there was none of us wearing, I don't remember anybody wearing fake dance around the liquor. Bye now.